out there. I am your host. I am Jessica Koch, and this is Profound Professionals. This is an interview series we have been running for 8 years. Globally, we feature industry experts that improve your personal life and help you grow your business. Today, we have a really exciting and very interesting journey with Haleh. Haleh is a Healthspan Coach, and she has overcome some truly big challenges, losing her home in a war, having chronic illness, and twice she's been a best time seller. So she overcome her challenges and came out like a shining star. She transformed her life with hope and strength, and she's now dedicated to impacting lives by promoting the message of limitless healthful living, optimal well-being, and she's truly advocating to all of us that our past health challenges do not have to define us. There is hope in moving forward, and there is hope in working with Haleh. So welcome, Haleh.
Thank you. I'm super, super excited. Thank you for allowing me in your time and space to be here with you. Thank you.
I have been wanting to interview you for years now. We've known each other. So I'm so excited that you finally jumped on the show. And I really would love for you just to take us a bit through your journey and tell us your story.
Thank you. Thank you. Where do I start, right? Okay, I'll start back how I got to America from Tehran, Iran. So that's where I'm from. From third grade, I came to America. And when we came, the revolution happened and we lost everything in the war. So that journey actually did a lot on me. I came to America, I had to learn the language. I remember that I had to take ESL.
Mhm.
And I felt like I do not belong because we ended up going to Beverly Hills because my mom wanted to be there.
Mm,
And that just did not settle right with me.
mm,
So I had to be in this image of being a Barbie doll. So I actually hated the way I look and I wasn't happy with who I was. Um, I did go into a corporation, and the culture is either most of the time you got to be a doctor or an attorney, right, to fit in. However, those I did not like those subjects. I mean, my
mhm,
whole interest was in the well-being, self-development, and the health. And I remember also I used to collect these rocks, and I was always investigating and looking at these rocks, and they looked so energetic, or there's something about earth connection that I
mhm,
had with these rocks. And it comes up because there was I'll share this because it's just popped in my memory right now. There was a home next to our home, and they were doing constructions, and they had all these rocks in front, and they were shining like they were
mm,
like what? That I had to go check it out. And believe it or not, I got a box and I collected a whole box of these rocks. And my
mm,
mom's like, what do you want to do with these? Why are you collecting other people's drugs? So let that alone. I did bring it in. So that was just a brief sidetrack of my story.
mhm,
But I worked in corporation to financially survive.
mhm,
As a young age, I hated money at that time and I hated sales and I didn't want to have to do anything with that. So when I worked in these high corporation jobs, like high demand law firms, and it was my not to my liking, but I did reach the top with each firm, working with directors as a legal secretary, paralegal, and executive assistant. And my last job, which was 14 years in that, it was a cancer center. So it totally went against what I believed. Because at age 7, I had this vision, this knowing. I lived in my own universe, and I knew you could live up to 200 plus years in optimal health, and it's hidden from us. And a lot of people, it's like, how'd you come up with that? So, age 7, when I went to a park one day, I saw these people like being in pain. And it it hurted me. And like there was a knowing inside of me, there's something hidden. They should not be in that pain. What's going on? So the more I would see stuff that would affect me, the more I got more involved into the health industry and in researching and reading. And as I was working these high demands, I was on the side impacting many lives. I got to meet and coached by Dr. Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, and many of these brilliant minds. And the connection, because I would go to events and that just opened up the connections. I met scientists that cured their cancer in that realm, and I researched more and more and more and got connected with more of these people and impacted a lot of lives and helped them out. But it was just natural for me because it was my passion and I was doing that. And I kept myself trapped in the corporate world to financially survive. And also because I had this thing about not loving money, so I wouldn't listen to anyone, and money came, money went. That's how I was. Um, Fast forward 2011, I was athletic. I was fit, and I was one morning, I'll just go to this spot because I can visualize it and feel it still. I opened my eyes. I couldn't even move. Um, I had to be carried to the restroom. I turned to my husband and it was shocking. I'm like, what is this? I'm healthy, everything's positive, and what's going on? I'll sum it to the point that they gave me labels such as autoimmune of Hashimoto, chronic fatigue, chronic pain, and they kept wanting to label me and scare me. And I'm human, right? And as positive as I am, I hit depression that I didn't even want to live. It was very dark moments for me. I gained 22 pounds and my life turned upside down just like that. But I'll tell you now, I'm 54, absolutely on nomads, and those were just labels, and they do not exist in my world because I chose that. And here I am today.
Well, I love that. And, I will say as we go through our interview that we are not giving you medical, legal, financial, any kind of advice. I'm an Italian mother of many children and a nana to boot, but I'm not your mama, and we're not giving you any advice. We're sharing our stories and sharing our experiences and what has worked for us and how things have gone for us. So please, if you have any medical issues, do go see professionals. But it is good, I think, to research and learn and be open to lots of possibilities and lots of information. We're always learning, we're always growing. So I love that you're sharing our stories with us. Have to throw that legal disclaimer out there. But
Thank you.
tell us the rest of the story.
Thank you so much. So I got out of bed holistically and naturally without any meds. And so today, that's what happens. But I will also take a little bit of the story that in my 20s, I was also a survivor of domestic violence. I am blessed and lucky to be here with you right now. And I know that a lot of people, they won't know of it. It does seem harsh, and a lot of people try to help them. And I can speak of that because I was in that. And you literally, they want to come out, but they need to take the step themselves, no
Mm,
matter how much you want to help them and guide them until they feel that within themselves, it's not going to happen.
mhm,
And that happened to me. A lot of people, like, they try to help you, guide you. I wasn't listening to anyone. And the only person that really knows it's yourself, because there's that higher power, whatever everyone calls your guide.
Mhm.
inside of you, that light. And the one thing that worked for me was I journaled, and not like computerized cell phones or anything like that. Pen to paper, it does special chemistry with the brain, that you need that pen to paper and to let it all out on the piece of paper. And that became my best friend. And that was the only way, through the intentions that I would put down, I got out. I left everything behind and I got out. And in 2008, I met um, my soulmate, which I created. That's another topic, how I created it. And then 2010, I got married. So, but I was consistent. I never gave up and say, oh, it's not working, it's not working. Just I continuously, I jot down, and I knew that it will be answered. It just need to be consistent and just let it out. For some people, it may just take 5 minutes, days. Everyone's different. It took me 4 years to get out, but I'm glad that I did. So that's another major story that happened to me. So I wanted to share.
So, how did you step into being a health span coach and helping other people have higher quality health in life? Because that's how you're serving the world and the community now, right?
Right, exactly. I am serving. What happened was I kept, as I said, on the side, I was doing this health span coaching, and I didn't know I'm a coach, right? I thought I didn't know it's a business, because I was just like, it was my passion, and I was constantly uh, researching products, and if it wasn't to my liking, or I wasn't the one to settle in. There's so many
Mhm.
products out there, and there's so many
Too
different
many.
modalities, techniques, biohacking, the big,
Overwhelming for all of us. It's
right,
too many.
quantum physics. It's exactly, and that's how exactly I felt. Even though I was connected, and when I was bedridden, it was way too much. Or they wanted me to do this detox, and you would get list of stuff like, hold on, it's really, really overwhelming, and the body cannot handle so much, and the cost can get also outrageous for people too. And here I was investing, trying. So I became more passionate to help people for what they need when I became stable, because people need that. It's, as you said, there's confusion out there, and not every one product literally looked like fantastic to me. But I had to run it by the scientists, the people that really know about it, the research. And some of the stuff that I thought is actually good, it wasn't. And the same goes with our food. Some of the stuff that we think is good, it actually isn't. So there's all this different and stuff. And you look at people, oh, well, she's older and she looks healthy. Believe me, there's a lot more into it that you need to look into. And that's where I like to come in and be that friend, be that accountability, to be consistent, because people need that special hand and really care, and not go in it for the materialistic and all of that.
Mhm.
And I'm the reason that it's so I'm so passionate, because I didn't even go in it for money, because I didn't, it was just something that, oh, this is a business. I didn't, that's how it was. I was like working on these corporate jobs, and I'm not doing this. Because it's really, really important. That's all I gotta say, to have someone by your side. You may think you know it all. I'm even getting help through the scientists and other people. And nowadays, I'm like, everyone has become a coach, right? It's like, and everyone's in the health industry, and they say, oh, this is the way it works. Go raw, go vegan. And I fell into it too. I went raw, I went vegan, I went vegetarian, you name it, I've done. So um, I want to really, really be there for you. So that was why I'm passionate. I really enjoy it. Like, I could sit here for hours researching about health and learning about it. I have like tons
That
of
is
books.
definitely a gift. That is definitely a gift because I don't think everyone is there. So it's nice to know there are people out there who want to do this and can support you. So tell us how you work with your customers. So are you doing one-on-one? Is it group? Is online course? I know you have a book. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but what are some of the ways you're serving and working with your customers?
Thank you. So each one is different. I do have one-on-ones. I have courses, and well, the courses is actually in the process of creating the courses. So far, it's more than anything, it's the one-on-one that I do, and I can have group coaching, so they'll have a community to go in there and the coaching. But the one-on-one, because each person is so different, and I want to be there for them. Um, I have them fill out the, first of all, as you say, I give out the consent to make sure that they know that I'm not a medical doctor and these are
Right.
only by experience. So I send that out, consent, have them sign that, and
Mhm.
then we interview each other to see if I'm the right match and if they're the right match. And then if not, I have a referral that I can also send out because I have a lot of connection in that realm, the quantum physics levels and that I can guide. And the workbook that I send them is very easy. So I then once we say yes, I send them that workbook to fill out, which is simple and easy. We go over it together so we can find the details, because it's not like, oh, you got to do this. You got to know more about the person, because I truly believe that I'm also certified with cell resonance quantum healing. That was one of the modalities that is huge. That is everything actually. Um, about us is that's a whole different subject. It's cell resonance quantum healing. Um, because our cells remember everything, even the minute that we say, oh no, the subconscious mind doesn't know that. So it gets trapped in there and it goes into our body and it becomes a diagnosis. They label it with stuff. Even a simple headache, it's not normal. None of these are normal. It's just programmed to us that all this is normal in old age, it's genetic, and all of, genetic is only 5%. And the labels that they gave me, I got the testing to at that time to see where it's at, because I did it based on my own research. I'm all about the natural realm, and I did the testing to see the genetic to, um, as I said, because I'm a researcher. And guess what? Nothing in my genes at all with the labels they gave me. So it's basically, I relate everything. Emotions equals symptoms. It goes back in the DNA, ancestral, and beyond. It's really wild if you want to think about it. But there's science actually back this whole thing that I'm saying up. So yes.
That's interesting. So, individual and group coaching, and it sounds like you go really deep with them in the process. So, there's a lot that we're covering here, and it feels like a lot to me and to probably people listening because everyone wants to be healthier. And I'm all for living to 200 plus years old. I've been saying 160 for years. Actually, I've been saying 110. I just started adding 60 years to that. So I'm 51 and fabulous. I feel pretty
Well,
great.
wonderful.
I
You look
know
gorgeous.
I know there's more things that I can do to keep all of the engine running smoothly so that I can continue because I don't only want to live long, I want to live well.
There
Uh,
you go. Yes, that's what I was going to say, because it doesn't matter how some people don't want to, everyone has a choice. Some people don't want to live that long, but live it. You get up, you have that heartbeat, that energy. You want to, let's get started. Let's get going. You want that zest, of a 4-year-old, I say, that energy that, they have a passion for your life. It doesn't matter how long, but a lot of people are covering it and they think it's normal to pop that, even Tylenol. I got a headache, I got body ache. These aren't normal. And these are all the emotions, subconscious mind that keeps us like that. And
Mm.
I was going to share one thing that Louise Hay, I don't know how many people know of Louise Hay. There was a book that she had. It's called You Can Heal Your Life. And that actually has like a encyclopedia in there that has the emotions and has what causes it and the affirmation, like the positive things about that. Because it's so true. When I met her and she taught me, it always stayed on me. And I love what she taught me about that in that book because it's true. Because down the line, I got to experience that that it is so true.
Well, I was starting to get to there is a lot to sift through here. So give us a really solid tip of something we can do today that will feel simple and easy. Like we can, besides getting an appointment with Haleh to see if you guys are a good match and what she might be able to do for you. That's definitely one easy step you could take. But beyond that, give us a tip that they could apply to their lives today.
Okay. This is easy. And it all starts within us, right? Everyone says that. But practice this. Now it's become such a habit, like it's like brushing my teeth. And matter of fact, I always have this right next to me. Look at yourself eye to eye. This is a little mirror that I have next to me. It's like a real mirror. There you go. Look at yourself eye to eye, literally in the mirror. And seriously, tell yourself that I love you
Mhm.
and really mean it and feel it
Mhm.
every morning as you get up and every night before bed. And it does wonders because it all starts with us. When we love ourselves, everything will be flowing to us because that's where the zest, the joy, it really is. It's not outside of us. Nothing is outside of us. I said, you are the technology, and when you start loving and feeling confident, certain, and that's the base of everything.
I love that. That's a very, very beautiful tip. That is a great, great way to go. Um, One of the things we've done since the very beginning of our shows, and you out there watching, and we are so glad you are watching, know what's happening next. So get ready and hit the share button and start typing the causes that are close to your heart, the things you care about. Because right now, you can be someone's hero. You can inspire time, treasure, or talent to one of these amazing causes. Maybe it's the one that you type in the comments, maybe it's the one Haleh will share with us today, but someone will be inspired to do something good and you'll have had something to do with it just because you shared with us in comments and you hit share. So, Haleh, tell us a cause that's close to your heart.
This goes very deep in my heart, and that's domestic violence. And that gives me chills talking about it because so many, I hear so many that they're in it
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard to get out. They'll say, where do they want to go? Where would I go? There's so much fear based that happens in that moment. And it could be the strongest person, but as long as I say, in these vessels on this universe, we're experiencing life. And these people that are experiencing that, they can lose that part of themselves, who they truly are, and I really want to be there with them and support them because it's a hard place to be.
Yeah, and there are lots of great centers and organizations and hotlines. And excuse me, what?
Yeah.
Where am I? And sneezes happen. So, excuse
Nothing.
me. It's definitely a challenging situation. There are great resources out there. You are not alone. It's a definite amazing cause. If that cause touches your heart, look up an organization near you that offers support to these brave women who can definitely have a better life. So we also are crazy nuts about books. We talked about that. And I always ask our guests to share books that inspired their personal life or help them grow their business. You've already given us a teaser of a book that connects emotions. And Hala is much like me. We're building the massive libraries in our minds. For the architecture of our new home,
Right.
our
Yes.
dream houses with these giant libraries in them. So
Right.
Hala, share with us, I'm going to say books that
I know,
inspire
right?
you.
Oh my God, it's so hard to pick one. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna at least talk about three because I can't choose one. And these just came handy, so I'll share about this one. This one, our beloved Dr. Wayne Dyer, Psycho-Cybernetics, had
Mhm.
me read. Um, so this one, it's very dear to my heart. Besides the person that gave it to me, it's gave that to me because I hated the way I look and I wasn't happy. And it's like, I was happy, but not the way I look, you know? So that book really is, I highly recommend. It's really good.
Okay.
So this is one of them. And then the next one is it's a classic, The
That's
Science of
right.
Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. And
Very, very cool.
this is a very good classic must read. So that's one. The title just says it all, what it's about, right?
Right, exactly.
It's like, and the third one, I talk about subconscious a lot. So Joseph Murphy is The
Ah.
Power of Your Subconscious Mind, which
Have
is
you have
very,
you ever read the Silva Mind Control?
oh, yes.
Isn't that wonderful? I knew you would love that one.
Yes, yes, yes. I might as well, okay, sorry. I wasn't expecting this one. I might as well just say because I talked about it.
Oh, yes, you can heal
So
your
this
life.
is the one I talked about. I might
Beautiful
as well
cover.
share that because that's that.
Mm,
I could go on, right? Yes.
I know. We love books, and we're building an ultimate book list for all of our past guests that they've recommended and written. And that takes us right into your best-selling book. So talk to us about the books you've written.
Thank you. Well, the one I co-authored is this one. You can overcome anything with integrity.
Very nice.
And this one, Cesar Espino is the author of it, and he has many more volumes after this one.
Mhm.
This one is where I share how I got up holistically and naturally without any meds. So this one chapter that I have, chapter 7, is about that one. And
Mhm.
this one that is the purpose that I'm here is this one.
Yay!
This
Yay!
is my own. So you are the universe, the master creator.
That's right.
And this book is so thin. It's only 17 chapters, and each chapter is 1 to 2 pages. And what I love about this, because it's not about me, it's about you creating your universe. So after each chapter, there's a page for you. It's like a workbook to create your universe.
Oh, very
Yeah.
nice.
This one was also, I like to share because it was on Mother's Day of May 2020 when my dad crossed over.
Mm,
This was just like a download that I needed to get this out and do not go back to corporation. I
mm,
need to get this message out and to have everyone live their life in their highest joy, highest excitement, and highest inspiration. And when you get up each morning with that,
mhm.
as I said earlier, your life will be created for you.
Right. That's right. Is there anything about before we have a few more parts to the show, but is there anything about your personal life or your business itself that you didn't get a chance to share before we move on?
Thank you. Thank you about that. I think we most probably covered everything, but if I sit here and talk, I would have stories after stories. But I do want to say my relationship with money, because I did say it was bad.
Yeah.
I created a relationship with money. I wrote a love letter to money, and I got a sales coach on my own terms because, as I said, I wasn't listening. I didn't want anything. So in 2020, 2022. Yeah, it was funny. Oh my God, time is going by so
I
fast.
know.
And actually time doesn't exist. It's an illusion,
I know.
right?
I know, I was just thinking all the quantum stuff, there's not really time. It's all, it all,
Right?
yeah.
So that's I got the sales coach. So I started changing the all this
That's good because money is good. Money is powerful. Money is a frequency.
exactly.
It has an energy, and it's a resource that if you have lots of it, you can do lots of impact with. So,
Right. You gotta love
having
it. You
a
gotta
really
respect
big
it.
shovel, and if you have millions, you've got a backhoe, and so you want to have a really big truck that can shovel lots and lots of money.
Exactly. That's what I say. Yes, you gotta love it. You gotta respect it. And because money is frequency, as you say, and you gotta love it and invite it. And
That's right. It just can't be the thing you love beyond people. People matter most. And then everything has a priority in a category, at least for me personally. So
exactly.
I think that what's making the big difference. Now, if you're watching out there, and I know you are, if you have a book to recommend, we want to hear about it. If you have a book you've written, we'd love to see it in the comments. If you're an industry expert and you can help improve someone's personal life or grow their business, well, get on the show. We'd love to have you. Now, before we say goodbye today, and this has been a fabulous interview, Haleh, and I hope you've enjoyed being on the show as much as I've loved having you. But before we say goodbye, please share with us a final thought, a piece of information or inspiration as we say goodbye to everyone out there today.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. We do say time doesn't exist. It's just like, phew, what happened to the time we were on here? I would love to say this to everyone. Live life as your highest joy, whatever that joy is to you. Let go of any thoughts, because the thoughts, that is what causes the lower frequencies, the negativity, um, all the stuff we don't want is when we're in our head. But when we let go completely the thoughts, just remember like a puppy or something that you enjoy and you go immediately towards it and you pet it, or a little baby, and this is so cute. You're not in your thoughts, you're just in that moment and you're just enjoying it. So when you're in that moment, in that heartbeat, that is what life is. And believe me, when you have that much passion, things will create. And it takes practice, but that's what I would say, because the past doesn't exist. None of what I just said doesn't exist. It's like nothing exists in the past, and the future is an illusion. The heartbeat that you have is now, and that's all we have. And I love you. Thank you. Mwah.
Oh, thank you for being on the show today. Thank you for watching out there and for being kind and sharing and inspiring others with everything you share in the comments. And until next time, I'm your host, Jessica Koch, and this is Profound Professionals, the interview series that brings you industry experts that improve your personal life and help you grow your business. So until next time, everyone, I will say be kind to yourself and be kind to each other out there. Bye, everybody.